Hi, you guys. Okay, so I was channeling messages for the thumbnail, and you know me, I usually like to reveal the cards, understand what they're trying to say, and then put a caption in. That didn't happen this way because I knew there was a message for the Divine Feminine around the 6-6 portal. Now, it doesn't matter when you're seeing this because between now and the 7-7 portal, these messages are going to get to you if they're meant for you. Remember, take the energies, leave the rest. The reason why I will be going through a divine feminine energy, to really sink into the depths of this, it's because the divine feminines who have been focusing on themselves, doing the due diligence, healing, opening up and expanding all areas of their life, to be honest. You're probably feeling quite a lot of focused flow energy. Um, but then there is this pull from the divine masculine. It's like dichotomy of you need yourself to separate from your masculine to focus on your own journey. But then when you're so focused on how well your journey is going, it's as if you're purposely pushing away, even though you're still living your life, right? If that makes sense. So I had a conversation with somebody and it brought up a lot of fear in my own journey. And this was very surprising because even though I'd known the fear was probably underlying all of this, yeah, I'm doing fine. Yeah, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm in union. But then there was this constant underlying fear of the abandonment of all of these ways to heal. Now, a lot of times we think that we've gone through certain lessons regarding our healing, but they're always there in layers. They don't ever completely disappear. They help us, protect our own energy and also navigate our own boundaries in a healthier way. But it still doesn't surprise us. It still does surprise us when some of those old wounds come up and mirror new things. And I'm seeing that whenever you are going through any wounding or any healing at this time, you're going to know exactly why it matches your divine counterpart. And it's you coming into your inner divine masculine and feminine energies, not looking outside for any guidance, but actually thinking inwardly, this is exactly what I'm doing. Yes, you might receive guidance, like listening to this video, for instance, but I'm getting that a lot of you are only confirming your own intuition at this time. So you're getting a lot stronger in your own oracle, intuitive, like angelic messages are coming directly through you. And sometimes if you don't get those angel messages, the universe, don't worry, they'll keep repeating it. They'll keep banging it on your head. And I keep making this joke of it's like a cat bopping another cat. And it's like bop, bop, bop. Oh, you're not getting it? Bop, I'm going to give you another sign. Oh, you're not getting it? Bop, I'm going to give you another video. Oh, you're not getting it? Bop, here's another picture or something, right? And so the divine feminines, I feel like anybody who's resonating with this energy in particular are probably feeling a lot of signs, a lot of synchronicities, a lot of alignment on your path right now. And it's just confirming exactly where you need to be. But then the pull from the divine masculine is because you're not engaging with them energetically, right? So when you're focused on your own journey, when you're in the element of surrender, your masculine will want to communicate with you through songs, through signs, through synchronicities, all these different things. But when you've completely blocked them off, it's from a place of the residual fear. And that residual fear has been underlying, it's been that shadow aspect that needed attention because there is still this, well, what if it doesn't work out, right? What if he isn't the one? What if this sense of happiness and fulfillment that I have right now won't be matched when they come into alignment with me, right? And it's like this can I be happy? I know I'm happy now, but can I be happy in union? So it's almost like, what are you willing to sacrifice in order to have that level of happiness? Now, if you're seeing 111, 6 6s, 7 7 7s, there is duality in those numbers. I feel like a lot of repeat digits are showing up for you at this time. And they're actually saying that you're both in harmony with your own fears. But it isn't to ignore those fears, it's to allow the attention and the focus to be on that and just accept them as they are. You don't need to change anything at this time. You just need to allow yourself to be in the conscious awareness that those fears do exist because they exist for both of you. And even if this is not your conscious fear, divine feminines, that's the fears that you're picking up via your divine masculine because you're interconnected, because you feel those things, and your wounds are their wounds. Your healing helps their healing. And that's why you're leading in the 5D so they can continue to heal and evolve and step into this spiritual world in the 3D so they can manifest their life because they didn't really feel worthy enough to be at your high regard. And before I go through the divine feminine cards, I wanted to go through the divine masculine message. And this is the divine masculine message specifically for the divine feminine. Now, I've got a new card deck, and it is this beautiful dragon three trees tarot card deck. And I had pre-ordered it quite a while ago. I'm such a big fan of Stephanie Burrows' work. And the way she portrays these images, I just knew, especially lately, I've been resonating with dragon frequency. So this card deck is completely all dragons. And remember, you guys, if you want to tune in to, if you want to tune in and see these cards, I do demonstrate all of the cards in my membership, in my community. So head over to divinesacredtarot.com. You can join the community. There is no like contract to be there for however long, because that's where we see these cards, and you may be able to receive these messages on another level. But for those of you who are just like, no, I'm good with these YouTube videos, please do click the like button, comment if you can, because it also helps reach more people who are really in need of some of these messages. But this high priestess here was all because I had asked the inner divine masculine to share a message with the divine feminine, and the divine feminines to be open enough to receive these messages. And the card that came out was the High Priestess. Now, this is a blue dragon energy. The dragon is holding a script within their mouth. It's kind of like tethered, and it's looking at a globe, it's looking at an orb. So there is so much symbolism within this actual image. I will actually put this on Instagram so you'll be able to see it as well for those of you who want to, remove them, don't want to be a part of the community on that aspect. But obviously, I'll be using this card deck a lot more in alignment with the goddess cards. So check them out on my Divine Sacred Tarot community, and you get like weekly newsletters, weekly messages. And so what I'm seeing with this high priestess is because of the cultivation that you've focused on divine feminines regarding your own intuition, your own inner wisdom. This is the guardian of the subconscious. And a lot of you have already guarded and protected your own energy against the divine masculine because you knew that you needed to focus on your own energy, and you were okay with this phase of separation rather than being desperate or longing or pulling on their energy anymore. Like, this is this newfound sense of stability, security, safety that you've never experienced on your own before. And so Yes, you've been guarding your energy, your subconscious, you've been putting up boundaries, but then it unintentionally, or probably intentionally, I know it was definitely intentional on my part, is I've blocked out the divine masculine's energy. And so there is this sense of hidden knowledge when you are separate from your masculine, especially your inner masculine, which is what they represent essentially. You're not able to unlock your own deepest intuition. Now, and this is what I'm saying, it's very different. And a magpie just kind of spoke to me just then, just to say that was correct. Okay, thank you. You won't be able to hear it because of the microphone, but there is definite confirmation from the magpie saying, you can't block out your inner divine masculine, and that's who your divine masculine represents. They are your subconscious. They are the part of you who wants to grow with you. And then because you're leading the both of you in the 5D, you blocking their energy causes the pain, causes the absence, causes the loss. Now, if you have somebody you love, do you intentionally cause them pain and heartache and absence and loss and regret and pain and pain and pain? No. You love that person, you want the best for them, and you're always going to know what's right for you in your part of the journey. But this message right now is saying that this high priestess is absolving some of the illusions, and that's the cards that actually came up with the divine goddess energy. We've got the Maya, which is the illusion, and Maya here is all about how the divine feminines have been almost like mirroring the divine masculine's illusion. And what I mean by that is when you cut off your energy and you try and, focus on your own self and do your own thing, that's completely fine. Like none of this is right or wrong. You do you, especially for what you need at this time. But because you're seeing through those illusions and you're stepping more into your intuition to gain clarity, it feels as if the veil around the divine masculine has increased, the shadow has increased, the tension, the pain, the residual absence. Like, even if they are not around you, they are so disconnected from the energy because you've been pulling back so much. It feels that they are constantly under the illusion of the Maya. Like, it's almost like their karmic energy has amplified because they don't have your protection around them. Now, okay, they need to form their own level of protection. They need to understand how to do their own work, how to heal, how to, like I said earlier, protect their own energy. You can't be there to help them ascend, but you can be the prime example. And also, you're the trigger to help them ascend. So, even though you're summoning your courage to be willing to see things as they are, you're being honest with yourself, you are removing yourself from that illusion, from that shadow. You're connecting deeper with the people that you need at this time. And you are breaking down those illusions and delusions. But it's also saying that the divine masculines do need your energetic support. It's a non-negotiable on this one because the divine masculines, as I said, really do occupy that Maya state, the 3D physical state. They find it so difficult to go through their intuition and their own unconscious so they can get to the light. So you are always the beacon, the lighthouse for them to understand this. And Parvati is actually such a beautiful card. It was the second card that came up. She is the Hindu goddess, and I do talk about this in some of the god and goddesses messages. I haven't really recorded any lately, but have a look back on some of the playlists and you'll be able to find it there about some of the breakdown of their messages. So I'm not going to go into it here. But basically, it's about this love. It's about the compassion. It's about the light. You're recommitting to yourself every day, Divine Feminines, and you should be so proud because your spirit team are. I can feel everyone kind of celebrating how far you've come. But then also, you're doing it for the collective. You're doing it because your fears are going to be absolved. You are moving past the illusion, and your energy is amplifying across not only this world, but other realms, other dimensions. So, because you've been devoted to committing to yourself, it has negated this commitment to your connection. And what I mean by that is the divine masculine wanted to send you this card of the high priestess. Their unconscious misses you. Their conscious probably misses you too. But the high priestess is here to trust your gut feelings. If you think that this person is tethered to you, or if they are connected to you in any way, or your wounds are mirroring their wounds, that isn't a coincidence. It is divine alignment. It is divine connection, because you are the quintessential embodiment of the divine feminine. You are intuitive, you are mysterious, you are receptive, you are connected to all these spiritual realms. And your divine masculine cannot go through them without you holding their hand. What I mean by that is, imagine you've got a doorway and an entrance and a portal, if you will. You can go through that portal. Your divine masculine can go through certain portals, but there are certain portals you need to be hand in hand and you need to walk through together. I'm loving these messages, by the way. So, if any of this resonates with you thus far, please do like the video, comment. Are you feeling this tether kind of getting stronger the more you pull away? Because the Seven of Wands is here also to say that you are being a little defensive, but you're also standing your ground. This is a card that really depicts a person defending themselves, but the card that came up in this Dragon Tarot deck was Seven Wands lit with fire. And what that means to me is you're asserting a new perspective towards a fight. You're not letting go of this connection. You're actually understanding what you want. You're claiming what you want. You're claiming what you believe, even if it means going against the norm, going against the crowd. Yes, you're going to have challenges and competitions, and they may be like external and internal challenges. It's going to require you to defend your space, your ideas, even your personal power. But this card is suggesting that your connection as the high priestess with the embodiment and courage of the Seven of Wands means that you're defending your inner wisdom. You're connecting to your deeper inner wisdom and intuition. And that actually sometimes it's it's basically that external validation and logic reasoning usually happens in the 3D, in the world. And being a high priestess can sometimes feel counterintuitive, but it does allow you to say, you need to stand firm in your intuitive knowledge. You need to have the ability to stand your ground in your intuition, even if other people don't understand or even agree with it, because the high priestess is thriving in stillness, in receptivity. It's defending your energy, yes. Protecting your peace, yes. But it's also saying no to distractions or external pressures that pull you away from your inner world. So the divine masculine is housed in your inner world. And when you block off your intuition and your connection with them, you're actually blocking off a version of you. So, yes, you may be going through these inner and outer battles. It may require some quiet space, some journaling, some meditation. You know, you are the active participant, the co-creator of your being. So when you do receive these videos or you do receive these guidance messages, you're going to know when to move intentionally in an actionable way. So the divine masculine does want to share that their deepest intuition is connected with you. Their world is connected with you. Whenever they are struggling, they feel your struggle as well, but they may be going through a little bit intense struggle as an outer conditioned type of energy. Whereas you, divine feminine, can really tune into these tools, to these videos, to these cards, to, anybody who resonate with the world of spirituality almost has a difficult but also a smoother transition. You're almost able to go through lessons quite quickly now, is what I'm saying. It's not as long and drawn out as it used to be because you're moving through these aspects of transformation so quickly. Whereas the divine masculine can't do it on their own because they don't know who to look for in the external. They are still focused on logic, they are still focused on validation. And because of that, having this disconnect with you in the astral or in the 5D, that amplifies the loss and the regret and the pain that they feel in the 3D. So nothing you're doing is wrong, divine feminines. It's just making you aware of where your energy protection is going, how it may be affecting your divine masculine. And if you wanted to take on a call with me, you can book in a reading. We can add extra time for like coaching, and I can definitely help support any inner or outer battles that you may be going through. And then we can also pull out some cards. So I do have some openings in June. If that is something you're interested in, head over to my website, divinesacredtarot.com. All the links are on my page. And then you can find out what suits you for the best time. So I'm sending you guys so much love. I hope this helped. And let me know how you resonated with this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts and understand what the collective is going through. Sending you guys so much love. Bye for now.